Right, welcome to this class. So this is question 40, JAMB 1978, physics. Which of the following is true for the image formed by a convex mirror? So this question has to do with reflection of light on a curved mirror. And particularly, this is on convex mirror, which is also known as diverging mirror. A convex mirror is also known as driving mirror. So that's the kind of mirror that you have in your car for drivers. So now you need to know certain properties about driving mirror, that is the convex mirror. So let's consider the properties one by one and see the best option that describes. So the first one is that the image is always virtual. That is very correct. So the image formed by a convex mirror is always virtual. That is, it's not a real image. So it's always virtual. Why do we call it virtual? Because it cannot be caught on a screen. Any image that cannot be caught or displayed on a screen is known as virtual image. So we can only see it virtually in the mirror. So next, the image is always erect. Of course, that is it. So that is why when you are driving cars, when you look at the driving mirror, you see that the car coming behind you is always upright. It's always erect. Erect means upright. It's not turning upside down. So this is also correct. This is correct. So let's go for the third one. The image lies between the pole and focus. Yes, that is also very correct. So if you look at the focal length of the mirror, the focal length of the mirror, the image always lies between the pole and the focus. That is why objects usually appear closer. Objects always appear farther away from you when you are driving. When you look at the mirror, when you look from the mirror, the car coming behind you, you will think that the image, you will think that the car is far behind you, is far away from you. Whereas you will see that they always write on top of the or some of the mirror that objects are closer than you think. So objects are closer than they appear. So that is to say, don't relax that this car coming behind me is still far away from me, whereas it is closer to you. So that's because the image lies between the pole and the focus. So therefore, this is also correct. Let's consider the next one. The image is never magnified. Of course. So the image of the car that is coming behind you is always smaller than the size of the car. So that is why, so every image always objects appear diminished. So they are never magnified. They are not always big in the mirror, in a driving mirror. So this is also correct. Let's go for 5. The focal length, so the focus length or the focal length is negative. That is also correct. For every virtual image always have negative focal length. That's according to the Cartesian format, or even the conventional format. So focal length of a virtual image is always negative. This is also correct. So that means the correct option for this question is option E, all 5. So you go for E. Thank you for viewing this. God bless you.